So last month, a guy brought me a 2019 Santa Fe with 64,000 miles on it, and the transmission was completely gone. He looked at me and said, "How does that even happen this early?" And I asked him one question. "When you start the car in the morning, do you wait at all before driving off?" He said, "No, I just drive." That one habit cost him $4,200. So that is what this video is about. 10 everyday habits that are slowly destroying your Hyundai's automatic transmission without you realizing it. And the owners always say the same thing. I had no idea. Mistake number 10. Shifting from reverse to drive before stopping. So you're backing out of a parking spot and the car is barely rolling, and you move the shifter from R to D before it stops completely. Half a second. The car does not protest, does not jerk, and does not make a sound. So you do it again tomorrow. Here is what is actually happening inside the A8LF1 every time you do that. The internal components are still moving in one direction when you force them to reverse, and that creates a hydraulic shock. A pressure spike that hits the clutch packs directly. One time, nothing. 100 times, 1,000 times. Now it is cumulative wear that does not show up on a diagnostic scan. No warning light, no sound, just silent deterioration, till one day the transmission starts slipping and the repair bill tells you everything you missed. So just come to a complete stop before you shift. It costs you nothing. The damage is silent, but the bill is not. Mistake number 9, coasting in neutral to save fuel. So a lot of Hyundai owners do this on downhills, off ramps, or approaching red lights. They shift to neutral, let the car coast, and they think they are saving fuel by taking load off the engine. And modern Hyundais do the exact opposite of what you think. Because when you lift off the gas and drive, the ECU cuts fuel to the engine almost entirely. So you are coasting and burning almost nothing. But when you shift to neutral, the engine disconnects from the drivetrain, and now it has to idle on its own, burning fuel just to stay running. So you're not saving fuel, you are using more of it. And every neutral to drive cycle creates hydraulic pressure spikes in the valve body. Add up 100,000 miles of that, and the solenoids start responding lazy. So stay in drive, use engine braking, and let the ECU do what it was built to do. Mistake number 8, hard acceleration when the engine is cold. So you start the car in the morning, and you pull out of the driveway at normal speed. Maybe you are a little late, the car moves, shifts, spawns, and so you figure everything is fine. It is not, because Hyundai's transmission fluid, SP4, is engineered to work at operating temperature. When it is cold, it is thicker, and so it does not flow through the valve body cleanly, and it does not build hydraulic pressure the way it should. So when you demand performance before the fluid warms up, the clutch packs are engaging under conditions they were not designed for. And on the turbo models, it gets worse, because cold oil is also feeding the turbo bearings while the cold fluid stresses the transmission. So two of the most expensive components in the car are running at their most vulnerable point at the same time. You do not need to idle for 10 minutes. Just drive gently for the first 2 or 3, let the fluid circulate, and then drive normal. Mistake number 7, using sport mode for daily driving. So Hyundai gave you Eco, Normal, Sport, and on the newer models, Smart. And most owners pick Sport and leave it there because the throttle feels more responsive. But here's what Sport mode actually does. It holds gears longer, raises shift points, keeps the engine spinning higher, and locks the torque converter sooner. So that is great for a back road. But in stop and go traffic, you are forcing the transmission to do work it was not designed to do all day, because sport mode in heavy traffic means more clutch engagement cycles, higher fluid temperatures, and the torque converter staying locked when it should be slipping. So over 60,000 miles of daily commuting, that adds up to clutch material wearing off faster than it should. Use Normal for daily driving, use Smart on the newer cars because it adapts. Sport is for when the road is fun, not when traffic is. Mistake number 6, never checking the transmission fluid. So Hyundai tells most owners the A8LF1 is a sealed unit with lifetime fluid, no dipstick. No service interval in the owner's manual until very high mileage. And lifetime fluid is one of the most expensive myths in the Hyundai world, because I have drained 8 speeds at 130,000 miles that had never been touched, and the fluid comes out dark brown, smelling burnt, with metal particles in it. So that fluid has been circulating through the valve body, the clutch packs, and the torque converter, doing less and less of its job every mile. Healthy SP4 is pink or light red, clear, with a neutral smell. But when it goes dark, the friction modifiers are gone, the clutches stop engaging precisely, and the adaptive system compensates, masking the symptoms until it cannot anymore. So drain and fill at 60,000 miles. 3 liters of SP4, $30. The alternative is a rebuild that starts at 4,000. Mistake number 5. Leaving the car in drive during long stops. So you do this every single day. Red light, construction, pickup line at school. The car is stopped, you are in drive with your foot on the brake, and nothing seems wrong. But inside the A8LF1, the torque converter is still engaged, the clutch packs are still partially loaded, and the pump is still building hydraulic pressure. So all of that produces heat. And heat, more than anything else, is what kills automatic transmissions. I had a 2020 Sonata in last spring, daily commuter, downtown traffic every day, and the owner never went into neutral once at a light. So the transmission was done at 72,000 miles. Nothing failed. It just ran hot every day for 3 years. So if you know you're going to be stopped for more than a few seconds, shift to neutral. It releases the torque converter, drops internal pressure, and lets the temperature stabilize. 2 seconds of habit change adds years to a transmission. And the number 1 mistake on this list, I see it right before a transmission fails. Almost every time. So pay attention to the last 4. The last 4 on this list are the ones I see most often right before Hyundai comes in with a transmission that is done. So I put together a full Hyundai maintenance guide, what to check, what intervals actually matter, and what your 8-speed needs to survive long term. The link is in the description. Mistake number 4, using the wrong transmission fluid. So the A8LF1 in your Hyundai was engineered around one specific fluid, SP4. Hyundai part number 00232-19057. Low viscosity, specific friction characteristics, specific additive package, and the valve body clearances in that transmission are calibrated for that exact fluid. So I've seen quick lube shops put the wrong fluid in a Hyundai 8-speed, not because they were careless, but because SP4 looks like other ATFs on the rack. And some shops stock Dexron, Mercon, or a generic multi-vehicle fluid, and the owner did not specify. So the car shifts noticeably different within 50 miles, and the owner brings it back, thinking something is wrong. Because the wrong fluid viscosity changes how every clutch pack engages, and over tens of thousands of miles, you get accelerated wear on surfaces never designed for the wrong lubricant. So confirm SP4 before the drain plug comes out. Right fluid is $30. Wrong fluid is $4,000. Mistake number 3, ignoring the transmission temperature. So most Hyundai owners do not know their car has a transmission temperature reading because they have never seen it. The dashboard does not show it by default, but the TCM knows. The transmission control module is monitoring fluid temperature in real time. The owner just is not. Healthy SP4 operating temperature is around 180 to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. At 230, the fluid is starting to break down. And at 270, you are causing internal damage that the adaptive learning system will compensate for until it cannot. So if you tow with your Hyundai, or you live somewhere hot, get an OBD2 scanner that reads transmission temp, Torque Pro on Android, or Car Scanner on iPhone. Both apps pull live temp data from the TCM, and above 220, underload, back off. Above 250, pull over and let it cool. 5 minutes of cool down is cheaper than a rebuild. Mistake number 2, shifting into park on a slope without the parking brake. So this one is specific to Hyundai owners who park on any kind of grade, a driveway, a hill, or a parking lot that drains to one side. You stop, shift to park, and the car settles against the parking pole with the full weight of the vehicle pressing on that one small pin. And here's what happens when you try to shift out of park afterward. The pole is loaded, the weight of the car is on it, and so the shifter feels stiff. Most owners just force it, and they have been forcing it for years. Because every time you yank a loaded pole out, you are stressing the mechanism in a way it was not designed to handle. I have replaced powels that were visibly deformed, and I have seen them crack. And when a pole fails inside a transmission that is otherwise healthy, you do not get to just replace the pole. You are inside the transmission for a major service. So parking brake first, then park. 4 seconds. The brake holds the car, and the pole just keeps the shifter in position. Mistake number 1, skipping the adaptive relearn after service. So, this is the mistake people make the same day they get their transmission serviced, and it ruins the entire job. Because within 2 to 3 weeks, I see the car back. The owner thinks the shop did something wrong, but the service was perfect. The problem is what happened after. The Hyundai 8-Speed is an adaptive transmission. It learns you're driving over thousands of miles, and it adjusts shift timing and torque converter lockup to match. So that learned data lives in the TCM, and when you do a fluid service, disconnect the battery, or have major electrical work done, that data resets to factory baseline. So from baseline, the transmission has to relearn. And here's where owners destroy the process. They drive home, hit the highway, and drive aggressive. The TCM reads that as the new baseline. So after any service or battery disconnect, drive gently for the first 50 to 100 miles. Light throttle, mixed city and highway, no towing. Let the TCM build a baseline from normal driving. The shifts will feel different for a few days, but that is the relearn working. And so these were the 10 mistakes, all of them common, all of them quiet, and none of them show up on a warning light till the damage is done. If you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.